Hello and welcome, my name is Barnaby Lasson and this is my skipping and jump rope tutorial. Over the next 15 minutes or so we're going to be running through a variety of basic to advanced tricks. We're going to be showing you how to link those together, create really good combinations. We're going to be utilising different camera angles, slow motion replays, basically everything you need to know so you can really learn how to skip and take your skills to the next level. To begin with, I'm going to give you a quick example. This is me skipping in a local gym. This is like a freestyle routine, and this is really what we're working towards, and each of these tricks are going to be broken down into a lot of detail. So let's get started. Right, first things first, we're going to master the basics. Okay, so notice a few crucial things here. I'm not jumping that high off the ground. My wrist movement's very controlled, and in the first instance I'm jumping with both feet together. If you're starting out, this may take a little while to learn, but that's the best way to start to begin with, not alternating the feet, just jumping both feet together and slightly on your toes. Okay, so once you've learned that, that's when you can start to mix it up a bit and alternate the footwork left to right. You can do single and double bounces. Notice that the wrist movement is still very controlled, and that I'm not actually jumping that high off the ground when I'm alternating the footwork. So once you've learned that, you can start moving on, trying out new things. This isn't a set trick, this is me just messing around, doing different types of footwork. So feel free and practice doing different types of things. So once you've done that as well, this is really just jumping as low off the ground as possible and right on your toes as well, and speeding up the rotations. Sprints are a good trick because they help you burn a lot of calories, but they also get you practicing to adjust the speed of the rope. So with this, we're lifting the legs a bit higher, but we're also, as we increase the speed, we're increasing the speed of the rope, and it's being able to adjust the footwork in time with what the rope's doing, and this is a very good way of practicing that. So the single-handed side swing, a crucial bit here is actual grip, so holding the rope in one hand between the top two fingers and the thumb. What this does, this ensures quick release of the skipping rope back to two hands when you're ready to do that. We'll show you how and when to do that later on. But for now, we're just showing you the single-handed side swing, and you can really alternate which side you swing the rope on as well. And this is a very good way of getting your breath back if you are getting tired, and recovering without actually jumping the rope but not stopping your workout. This is also a very good way to begin practicing, because you can work on the timing and avoid the frustration of the rope hitting your feet. Okay, so once you've learned the single-handed side swings, then start practicing the two-handed side swings. You'll notice there's two ways of doing that. you can either hold the hands very close together or you can keep them further apart like I'm showing you now. Key points is to keep the right hand over the left. See, the right hand's going over the left, so right's above and the left is below. And you're hopping over the rope when you bring the rope back in from the left side. Notice also that I hop off my left foot. If the rope's coming in from the left side, that's the foot it's going to hit first, so you need to hop off that first. And you can see again what I'm talking about, so you can either hold the hands close together like that or further apart. If you're left-handed, you might want to try the opposite of this. So left hand over right rather than right hand over left, like I'm demonstrating now. And also try out what you prefer, holding it further apart or close together. I prefer the wider grip, as you can see here. It's easier to pick up speed with that. So let's see that from a different angle. So swing it from side to side, right hand over left, and bringing the rope in from the left hand side. I definitely prefer holding the rope further apart. You can pick up a lot more speed, find it easier to do, make less mistakes. But for you, try out what works best. Okay, so once you've learned the single-handed and two-handed side swings, it's time to link them together. This works by transferring the rope from one hand to two hands and then reverting back again to single-handed grip. The actual exchange happens very quickly, so you need to watch really carefully. Basically, when you go from one hand to two hands, the exchange happens on the left side at the beginning of the left side swing. You then have the rope in two hands. And to go back to one hand, the exchange again starts on the left side and finishes around the middle of your body before you have the rope in your right hand, swing it on the right side. Key here is a good grip between the top two fingers and the thumb to ensure easy release, like I've previously mentioned. After you have the basic transitions learned, you can then start adjusting the speed like I'm doing now. Okay, so next is the crossover, which is a very popular trick and it's actually quite easy to learn. Essentially what we're doing is crossing your left hand over the right hand and extend your arms fully so they cover the width of your body. Most people I've taught who do this trick do it incorrectly because they don't extend their arms enough and therefore catch the rope on their feet. When you do the crossover, it's important to remember to jump a little higher. This can be done on either 1 foot or 2 foot, it's up to you. I prefer alternating the footwork, as you can see. Finally, when you begin practicing, start to link in the side swings and work on repetitive crossovers as well. The end result is a nice little trick routine. Okay, so the reverse crossover, this is when you add in an extra rotation once your arms are actually crossed. really you want to master the standard crossover before you start trying to do this. It's a great trick to do though once you are there and ready. But the important thing to do is when you cross the arms, you actually have to, if you think about it, you actually have to spin the rope the other way because your arms are crossed in order to keep the rope moving forward. Remember to extend the arms fully, and you can try this on either foot or both feet together. Okay, so we've learnt the crossover, and earlier we learnt how to sprint, so basically what we're doing here is combining that. Obviously, in order to sprint, the crossovers need to be repetitive when you do that. There's nothing really to recap for this trick, it's just practicing what you already know and bringing it all together. This is the same as before really, we know how to sprint and we know how to do the side swing, so just bringing those two together and getting the timing spot on for that. The rope's moving pretty quickly here, so it takes a lot of practice, but once you get it, it looks very impressive and one of my favourite tricks. Again, there's nothing here to really recap, it just takes practice and a bit of patience. Okay, so next up is the double under, and what's happening here is the rope is actually spinning under you twice while you're in the air. So in order for that to happen, you need to jump a little bit higher, and to help keep your balance, you want to try and keep your legs as straight as possible. And when you jump, you want to be jumping with both feet as well. So once you've learned the single double unders, this is when you can start bringing in the repetitive double unders. These look really good, and they really do get you sweating and burning some energy. When you're practicing, you want to link in the side swings. As the rope is turning at such speed, if you were to jump that after a double under, it's much harder because the rope's going very quickly. So if you move it to a side swing, then it can't catch your feet and you're not going to make a mistake. So when you're learning these, it's good to vary the speed as well. You can actually do quick double unders and slow double unders, and through doing that you'll realise that you actually have a lot more time than you think.